What's up, Viking? Oops. What's up, Viking? Well, the Lions are 5-0. It's a little more comfortable. It's not the purple and gold, but gotta do the throwback AP because he is the man of the hour yesterday. The Vikings finally get their first win of the season, improving to 1-4 with a win over the Arizona Cardinals, 34-10. Now, it's strange to say that a 34-10 victory is an ugly one, but this was by far the ugliest 24-point victory I have ever seen. The Vikings scored 28 points in the first quarter, but could only muster 6 in the next 3. You gotta put your boot on the enemy's throat, and the Vikings definitely did not do that in this game. I get that the Vikings had a 28-point lead after the first quarter, but we still didn't get anything going in the second half. A 5-week tradition that the Vikings have kept alive again with their first victory. We had something to prove in the second half of this ball game, and the only thing that we proved is that we can't do anything in the second half of a ball game. Now, it was nice to see the Vikings utilizing Adrian Peterson throughout the game. 29 carries for 122 yards. Of course, those 3 first quarter scores. But even though he was used in the second half, we still weren't able to get anything going. Arizona was stacking the box, trying to slow down AP. He was still getting his carries, still getting his yards. But once again, nothing from Donovan McNabb. Of course, he had that first quarter touchdown run, but that was wide open, right off the middle, and in great field position because the Arizona Cardinals had just turned the ball over. Once again, Donovan has another lackluster effort, 10 for 21, 169 yards passing. 10 for 21 is a below 50% completion percentage, which will again lower Donovan's season completion percentage down even lower, which, as I said last week, Donovan ranks towards the bottom of all the NFL quarterbacks in completion percentage, attempts, yards, touchdowns, you name it. Like last week, Donovan didn't look horrible. He managed the offense, he didn't turn the ball over, but once again, he really didn't lead us in the key situations when we really needed big passes. A lot of bad throws, a lot of inaccurate throws, again. The Vikings once again had an abysmal third down completion rate at 3 for 10. And that's definitely not going to cut it against the better teams coming up like the Bears and the Packers twice and even the Panthers in the coming weeks. Despite the victory, lost in the shuffle again is Percy Harvin. He only had 1 rush for 12 yards and 1 catch for 11 yards. The Vikings need to get Percy Harvin more touches on the ball. He's one of those playmakers that when he has the ball in his hands, anything can happen. We have to utilize his speed and his ability to break tackles. I've been saying it for weeks now that the Vikings defense has been playing its ass off, and it finally showed this week. Now, we aren't really sure if it was the Vikings' defensive prowess or the Cardinals just being that bad. Now, I'd have to say it's the Vikings' defensive unit because the Cardinals' offense hasn't really been that bad this year. Jared Allen once again proves he's a beast, playing even after getting poked in the eye. He's still not just 2 sacks in the game, which puts him at 8.5 on the year, which puts him in the NFL lead. For all you people calling out the Vikings cornerbacks over the past couple of weeks, Chris Cook and Cedric Griffin, where was Larry Fitzgerald yesterday? Last week the safeties played like crap. This week, not really anything to say about them except they didn't make any big mistakes. The Vikings defense only allowed 77 yards on the ground and 250 in the air. Not a bad effort for this unit. Now, this is a good victory, and it's nice to get one under our belt finally in 2011. But once again, just another bad second half. You can even make an argument that the second, third, and fourth quarters were bad for us. You can't go up by 28 points and let your foot off the gas because better teams are going to catch us. And it almost seemed at times like our defense was playing so good that you just were waiting for the relentlessness to stop and the Cardinals to catch up a little bit. Alright, Vikings fans, that's all I have for now. You can follow me on Twitter. You can like Minnesota Vikings Breakdown on Facebook. Or you can just go to matthewdeary.blogspot.com. That's where I'm going to start posting these videos from now on. I'll talk to you next week after the Vikings face off against the Chicago Bears. Until then, Skol!